So according to the black community, we shouldn't be watching this show. It's not for us anymore. Totally fine. You know, it's not like I was looking forward to season 4 anyway. It is what it is. Anyways, just on this headline alone, I thought this would be pretty interesting to talk about, so I'll be giving my thoughts and opinions on it, but if you would like to read the article for yourself, I will link it in the description below. But basically, Donald and Stephen Glover were on a press tour for Atlanta, where they were responding to some criticisms against the show, where black critics were saying that the show was only for white people. Nowhere in the article does it state where this sentiment comes from, but I would suspect that it's something that they found on their end, where this idea was being echoed. Like, I don't know if I might have missed the mark somewhere down the line, but I thought the general consensus was that the show was for black people. Like, I think even a non-black person could come to that conclusion. And of course, in response to this criticism, both Donald and Stephen were pretty bothered, where the former even states, to be real, if you're online, everyone's gonna have an agenda on some level. Continuing, it would be silly to say that sometimes what people say doesn't affect you, because especially being black, I feel like a lot of the black criticism bothers me only because it sounds like it's from black people who don't really know what we've been through. And echoing what Donald says, Stephen states, for me, one thing that I don't like is when people say the show isn't for black people, because I think it is very much for black people. That kind of thing rubs me the wrong way. But I will also say, being in Atlanta and walking around, or even in like LA, I run into black people all the time who tell me this is their favorite show and how they appreciate everything we do. They also say we're making them want to do cooler and weirder stuff. So even the brothers, like most of us, are pretty uncertain as to where this even comes from. And even keeping in mind what we got for season 3, I would say despite the social commentary playing on both sides, it never felt performative. Like, at no point from season 1 to now was I thinking, oh, this is a show for the white man. And so maybe that's honestly what many of those black critics were thinking, that because certain things were being made fun of, that it was just like, oh, you're making fun of us and this is just a show for white people to enjoy our pain and misery. You know, that's just me. That's just honestly the best way I could try to understand where this idea is even come from. And if comedy is the reason why black critics feel that way, I mean, they probably have never been on black Twitter long enough to try to understand the culture of things, because go to anywhere on that corner of the internet and you will see even the most tragic things being made fun of. It's just the way it is. You know, I thought everyone was in on the joke, and I guess not this time around, but I take it some people were upset. I mean, the show is open for any kind of criticisms and discussion, so it's fair. It's fine. But regardless, it is still pretty bizarre to read this stuff. But anyways, that's all I have to say for this video. Comment what you think about this, and I will see you in the next one.